Hi, Eric Wilson here, independent licensed mechanic with 30 years of experience. In the next 6 to 7 minutes, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2006 323i BMW, so you can make yourself an informed decision. Coming in on the front right tire, you got about 30% tread on all season radios, definitely down. Probably want to think about getting new tires on that. Coming behind the front right tire, first of all, I'm going to point out this is the lower ball joint and this is the lower ball joint. Both of these are tight, and that's critical because that holds the wheel to the chassis. This is the third point, another control point right here. It is tight as well. This is your sway bar link. You can see for yourself connected, and that's important. This is the most important thing because this is the outer tie rod, and it's tight, and that's the only thing that holds the wheel to the steering. So suspension-wise, you're good and tight. Another control point right there. Now, leak-wise, I'm not seeing any issues here as well. Here's the leak point. If it would leak right here because that's the steering and it's hydraulic. Any on the bottom of the motor, I'm not seeing any leakage. In fact, very dry underneath there. So suspension-wise, leak-wise, and leak-wise, so far, no issues that I can see. Okay, on your front brakes, you got about 20,000 K. On your front right strut. Now, if it was leaking, you'd see it right here because this is full of oil, and if it was leaking, you see it right here, and that's bone dry, so that's important. And then your front suspension is intact. So your front suspension wise, brake wise, I don't see any issues. Tire definitely down. Okay, coming in on the rear brakes, you got about 20,000 K on your rear brakes. So still got lots of good brakes there. Your rear right tire, about 40% tread, a little more tread on the rear than you have on the front. Okay, coming behind the front, the rear tire. First of all, I want to point out this is the shock. Okay, now it's full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it dripping all the way down here. That's good and dry. Your spring suspension, all intact, no issues with that. The control points like here, here, and here are all intact and tight. Your CV boot, if you look inside there, now that CV boot right there, it's full of grease, and if it was leaking, you see grease all over the place, so no leakage in there. Your inner CV boot right here, same thing, full of grease. If it was leaking, you see it right away. A little bit of sweat on your rear differential there, but nothing of any consequence that I can see. Your exhaust, all clean, stainless steel, no issues with that. Okay, coming in on the front left tire, you definitely got more tread. You get about 50 to 60% tread on all season radios on your front left, so no issue with the tread on that. Coming behind the front left tire, this control point here is tight, this control point is tight, and this control point is tight. So that's critical, and so that suspension part is critical. Now this is your outer tie rod, and it's tight as well, which is critical because it holds the wheel to the steering. This is your sway bar link connected here. That's intact. I'm not seeing any leakage in here. There's a leak point. If it was going to leak, it would leak right here. That's good and dry. So leaks, I'm not seeing any issues or suspension wise. Okay, yeah, front brakes about 20,000 K. And on your front right shock, okay, a tiny bit of sweat here, but nothing of any concern. Would I change it? No. Just want to make you aware of it. So, tiny bit of sweat, and your spring suspension there intact and all good. So I'm going to say that this is something maybe in like next 15 to 20,000 K I would change it, but definitely not right away. Okay, coming in on the rear left tire, about 40% tread on your all-season radio, so down but definitely not out. Your rear right shock, this has been recently changed. That's a brand new shock actually. So your suspension there, all intact, no issues with that. Your control points right from here to here to here to here, all intact, no issues with that. So suspension wise, leak wise, and your outer CV boot. Now if you see inside there, that rubber boot there, good and dry. And the inner CV boot, a little harder to see here. Try to get a shot of it there. Good and dry. Okay, well you got 257, 698K. Other than a low tire light, you don't have any check engine lights on. No cracks in your windshield. Dash is looking pretty clean. Okay, I'm going to take you out and show you the condition of the motor now. Okay, with the motor running, I am not hearing anything of any concern. Okay, shut up the exhaust on the motor running. Yeah, good and clean. All right. So folks, that's my estimation of the vehicle, and hopefully that'll help me make an informed decision. Mechanically, I'm not seeing anything of any concern in this car. So hopefully that'll help you make an informed decision. And now, if this is not the vehicle you're looking for, by all means, come and check out what else they got. Check out any other inventory they got. Every single one of them will be video inspected by me because they simply have got nothing to hide. Look forward to helping you. Bye-bye.